I know the look that I have on my face seems very intense, very serious, maybe even the tone of my voice. But I tell you right here and now that this is great news. This is good news that I'm delivering to you, and I ain't talking about by way of no magazine. No, I'm not standing at any cart. I am inside my car to deliver this wonderful news to you. Let me begin by saying, it may be new news to you, or maybe not. Maybe old news to you. But to me, this is great news. When I heard David Splain, one of the governing body members, say that we are at war with the apostates, I heard that different. I heard that different than probably a lot of, ex-JWs or apostates. You may have heard it in a way where it's like, how are we at war? And you're getting into the technicalities and the semantics of what he's saying. No, this was wonderful news to be considered to be at war with this organization. Somebody's doing something right. When you're at war with somebody, you don't hear a tiger or a lion, let's say a lion, going back to the pride, saying, lions and lioness, is it lioness? Lions, we are at war with the armadillos. You don't hear that, right? You don't hear, lions talking in the first place. I mean, they talk to each other, but we wouldn't know if they said that or not. But logically, you wouldn't hear that because armadillos are not a threat. So typically, when you're at war with someone, that someone is a threat. You don't hear adults saying that they are at war with children. See those toddlers over there? We're at war with them, right? Even though we can be at war with children in a different way, but you get what I'm saying, right? Ants are not going to come to somebody's house and say we are at war. They can say that, but you have to be when you're at war with someone, you have to be, the other person has to almost know that you're at war with them, is what I'm trying to say. It's like, you're at war with me? I don't care if it's 1,000 ants. It's like, get the bucket of water. It's over. War is over. Right? So for David Splain to say we are at war, that's a big thing. Pat yourself on the shoulder. Pat yourself here. Job well done. Right? Now that's the first part of it. The second part is that if we are at war with this organization, which is supposed to be God's only organization, then essentially we are at war with God. Would make sense, right? And if we're at war with God, which is, blasphemy to even give an analogy on, but I'll go there just to prove a point. God would shut us down by now. Us apostates, us ex-JWs who speak against this organization, this cult. No more YouTube tomorrow. Right? It's like, why don't we have any more YouTube? Oh, blame it on the apostates that's warring with the Jehovah Witnesses. Yeah, but what does that have to do with us? Well, it's God's only true organization. So essentially they're at war with God. And when you go to war with God, as the many events in the Bible states, God shuts you down. Point I'm trying to make is that we should be shut down like right about now. Our way of getting across, and when I say our, I'm talking about apostates, XJWs, is through the media. It's through the media. Facebook forums and YouTube videos, wherever we can publish video or, writing, that's what we use. So that's how God, Jehovah, would reasonably shut it down, except that he didn't. Every incident in the Bible where someone went against, God, they were annihilated. They were shut down. There's no pending situations, right? Hey, whatever happened to these people in the Bible? There's an end result. They no longer existed, at that time, once they went against God. That was it, right? How is this going to turn out? It was the worst thing that you could have said, David Splain, that we are at war. That was the worst thing that you could have said. Because where there is a war, there is a victor. There's a victory. Not by two people either, right? It's either you and your organization or us. Somebody's winning this war, right? So you better win. You better win. Because that's the way it's supposed to turn out. Right? When you put God into this, and you put God into this because you put God into everything, Jehovah God, right? Supposedly your God of your organization. When you put yourself in situations, you by default put Jehovah God in this situation. So you set yourself up, essentially. You set yourself up because everything from Russia to whatever situation you put in, whatever lawsuit you lost, whatever lawsuit you lost was a loss for Jehovah. That ain't supposed to happen. That's not supposed to happen. If they had that story or whatever story, the Russian story, whatever, they had that in the Bible, that's a win against Jehovah. Even Corona. It stopped the preaching work door to door. It stopped, the cart witnessing. It stopped a lot of things, right? It stopped the congregating at the kingdom halls. If that was written about in the Bible, that would indicate a defeat. Are you guys hearing me? So, when David Splain said, we are at war with the apostates, XJW community, there has to be a victory with one side or another. Now, me being a logical thinker, critical thinker that I am, I'm trying to figure out how you can be victorious over us. How? Our main form of attack is through the media. Until there is a blackout in the very near future where we can't use any mobile device, any television, any computers, right? For the next 50 years, I would dare to say that we are already victorious. This is our artillery right here. That's our artillery. We are not at war, David. This is an annihilation of your organization. It's already said and done. It's already done. It's almost like America, and as embarrassing America as a country could be right now to other countries, we still have the power to demolish, let's say, when it comes to war, right? So, just to be funny, it's like, America, the president, gets on the television. It's like, we are at war with, I don't know, just pick another country. And this is no slight against the countries that I'm mentioning. I'm just trying to pick the smallest country that has no military. Something like, an island, like Aruba or something like that, like something ridiculous. You would say, what? What are you talking about? That's not a war. That's an annihilation. That's a destruction. That's an Armageddon. It's like, you send a couple of and I love Aruba. Don't start with the comments like, what, you hate Arubians? What do you call them? Arubians? I don't know. I just made that up. No. I'm just trying to make a parallel between things that are significant and not. You are not at war against us, David Splain and every other governing body member. No, you're not, because you have to have a chance in hell to be at war with someone else. There has to be some sort of chance there. You have no chance with us. Sorry. I really am. I'm sorry. You have no chance. It's this thing called the media, social media. You have no chance. I would guess that we probably get, at least one, and that's like a low guess. I would say 1 to 10. I'm just throwing numbers out there. I don't know statistics. New YouTube channels a day. Can you imagine when we get up to the point that we can counteract every member of your organization, 7, 8 million, whatever it is, with, one YouTube channel per member, where we got 8 million YouTube channels going up against and speaking against this organization? We will flood you out. Y'all want to talk about Noah's Ark and Noah's Day? We will flood you out. Go build your ark right now. The flood is a coming. I would never disrespect God in any way to say that we are at war with God. That is bogus to say that. That is blasphemy. That's because God is not within your organization. You put God there. God is like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Got nothing to do with that. It's like people talk and they're like, yeah, you want to do that? Yeah, I'll go get my man for, and you at home, eating, you don't even know what's going on out there. You're like, what? You said I'll do what? Listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't know what you talking about. Never was down with this organization. If I was down with this organization, it would have been proven. It would have been proven. I would have done something where the world would know. This is God's organization, one and only organization, and apostates would even be able to exist. How? In the Bible, it wouldn't, yeah. They'll exist for like 1 week, 2 weeks. Done, over with. I'll leave it there, y'all. This is great news. This is beautiful news. For David Splain to say we are at war, he set himself up. You set yourself up, brother. Brother Splain, you set yourself up by saying that. Because now there has to be a victory. You shouldn't have said that, David. Get your proofreaders on the job. See, that's where ego comes in. Y'all trying to do it yourself. You can't do it yourself. Right? David. Y'all trying to play every instrument and write all the songs by yourself. You trying to make your own videos. You trying to do everything yourself. You cannot. You cannot. You can try, but you're going to fall flat on your face as you did. I'll leave it there, y'all. This is great news once again. I appreciate y'all. If you get to the end of this video, you want to just make show your gratitude, right? You can click that little arrow next to the title. It'll bring everything down with my email. My email is there. Y'all can email me. Email me. You know? Say, hey, Sean, I hate you. Or I love you. Or I didn't agree with you on it. Like, you can email me. You know? There's also a Cash App. Cash App me. I appreciate that. And like I said before, I would rather you purchase a song. If you're going to try to show your gratitude towards me, purchase a song. At least you get something for something. You know, you could at least like hear me do my music and do something. You know what I mean? But if you want to just say, hey, you know, Cash App you, you know, thank you. You know, I appreciate that as well. And all the people that have, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm actually thinking of something like, damn, how could I, because I'm one of those type of people. How could I give back? You know, maybe the t-shirts are coming soon. I don't know. Maybe y'all could give me some insight as to what I could put on some shirts. Let's do that. But like all my videos, when I end it, I love ending it off with think. Please just think. Do that for me. Love.